Hi everybody, this is Taz. Welcome back to Taz's Wig Closet. Today I'm going to show you a very carefree, flirtatious style by Henry Margu. This one's called Harper, and this is in the color 614 GR. Before we get into the specs for Harper, let's go ahead and focus on this color for a moment, the 614 GR. 614 GR is basically a very pale gold blonde shade, and then mixed and highlighted in there you're going to find like a natural, very pale, natural wheat blonde, and that's very well blended together. And all of that is on a medium brown root. Let's take a look at that root. So the root is more of an ashy tone, so it doesn't appear to be brassy, even in natural light. Now I know what you're going to say, Taz, that is a shiny wig. And you would be absolutely right, but never fear, don't lose heart. I'm going to air a video later this week that's going to explain how we can fix this. And I'll be using this wig to demonstrate how we can reduce shine on a synthetic wig. It just so happens that I guess the blondes in particular, I notice sometimes are a little more shiny. I think it has a lot to do with their color compounding and their finishing process. The other thing is that they do use a coating of silicone on the fibers before they ship them out, so that is going to actually exacerbate that shine just a little bit as well. But we can handle this. We've got this. Harper is a very heavily layered style. So first of all, you're going to find a nice face framing 6.5 inch layer at the front. It does tend to sweep away and kind of feather back into the style. This is one style that I think looks exactly like the manufacturer's photos in person. And then you're going to see about a 12-inch layer off of the crown and another 12-inch layer off of the nape and several different layers on the back and on the sides. You'll also find a completely hand-knotted temple-to-temple lace front, and then we have open wefted top, sides, and back. Henry Margu makes some of the most high-quality wigs that I have discovered since I've been wearing wigs. Their lace fronts are always done impeccably, so you have that temple to temple lace front. Now on this color, you'll notice that even though there's a medium brown root, they do take that highlight right up to the root, and it seems like maybe every other knot or so will be dispersed with that highlight. That really softens and breaks up that medium brown root color, doesn't it? It weighs about 4.7 ounces, and overall it's going to reach about 18 inches from the crown to the tips of the hair in the back. Let's examine this curl pattern. It just is a heavily deconstructed curl pattern. It also appears to be very separated and hand dried. I think they've really taken this beachy wave look to the next level, because it just appears as if maybe you'd use some salt spray or something and then kind of scrunched it in and let it air dry. Let's talk about these fibers. The actual density of this style is, I would say, average, medium average density. There's a lot of hair here, but you'll find that a lot of this volume that it's creating is actually caused by the permatease. There's an extreme amount of permatease on this style, so if you're permatease averse, this probably isn't going to be for you. Although I've owned 2 Harpers and I'm a fan of permatease, I was able to work with it very well. You can only sense the permatease by putting your fingers through to the inside of the cap here and kind of feeling around into that bottom tease. And that's really going to prop up this style and give it that feminine silhouette. You're going to find that permatease right above the ear, all throughout the top of the cap. So that permatease starts right where the lace front meets the open cap, and it carries basically all throughout the wig. It's heaviest right on top, right above the ear at the temple area, and very thick in the back and at the nape. The fibers themselves are on the lighter side in terms of denier. I would say just very light and feathery. It is a very feminine and sexy style, isn't it? If you are a fan of some of the mid to long length aesthetica styles, I think you're really going to love Harper. It has a very feminine look to it, similar to some of those styles, and it does hold its shape super well. So I always love to do a comparison because comparisons give us perspective on things like color and style and length and curl pattern. So I took out my Radiant Beauty by Gabor in the color Sandy, Shadow Shade Sandy Blonde, which is GL1422SS. Let's take a look. So here's Radiant Beauty and that 1422, which is more of a medium to light honey, golden honey blonde with some ash blonde highlighting. And that's supposed to be on a very light brown root or dark blonde. It does appear a little bit brassy here in the camera. The curl pattern is very similar, kind of that very heavily deconstructed air dried look, very separated in its curl pattern. So you're actually going to find a bit of a longer piece here at the front of Radiant Beauty as opposed to the 6.5 bang on the Harper. I actually love the bang on this Harper. I think it's extremely manageable for a longer style. And with Radiant Beauty, I really did, even though it kind of separates out and around the face, I really did kind of have to secure back those bangs to do any task work. Radiant Beauty has a temple to temple lace front and a left hand monofilament side part, open wefted sides and back. Radiant Beauty also has a lot of permatease in the cap. Not quite as heavy though as the Harper. Overall, Harper is going to be a little bit longer in the back. And Radiant Beauty weighs about an ounce less than Harper at about 3.75 ounces, as opposed to the 4.7 on Harper. Here's the inside of the cap for Harper. So here's your lace front. It does extend back into the air tab. It's very wide from temple to temple. It's very deep, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And you'll see that it's very fine knots there on the lace front. And then here's your closed rose lace top. A lot of permatease on top, very thick, pillowy permatease. That permatease extends out throughout the cap. You do have Velcro adjusters and an extended velvet nape. There seems to be a lot of stretch on Harper. One thing I can tell you is that this is a true to average cap size. So right out of the box I had to make some adjustments to fit my petite average circumference. And I do believe though with maximum adjustment it could easily accommodate up to average large. So it is winter time in Ohio right now. We have a lot of snow on the ground. It's very cold. And this is the absolute perfect style for the season. However, I do believe that in the summertime, you're really going to love this style as well, just because it is so flirty and it does have all this casual beachy wave appeal. So how can we style it to keep you cool in the warm summer months? One of the key factors in that is going to be to get the hair off of your neck. If your neck can breathe, that's the most important way to stay cool. So I'm always going to look to using some claw clips to bring that hair up off of the neck. Even if you just have a ponytail, it does provide a lot of nice ventilation right there up to the wig line. a side pony. You can actually situate a side pony a little easier by taking it and twisting it at the base and then kind of propping it up to the side a little bit before you apply your claw clip. By doing that, it's going to make it stick out a little more, and this may not be the best thing to use to secure it. You can use any manner of claw clips or elastic bands. You may want to go ahead and secure a little bit here at the nape. I just like using a clear claw clip for that. But it kind of props up that side pony and gives it a little flirty texture to it. And it keeps it way off of the neck. This is extremely cool. You've got a lot of air moving. One thing I really enjoy doing is like a little bit of a side bun. That keeps it off of the neck and keeps it cool. So go about as if you're going to start a side pony. Kind of give it the twist and then work into a bun. And then secure that with a claw clip or however you like. And because it is open wefted, you can go ahead and put that claw clip right through the wefts to help secure it. Pull out a few tendrils. In a little sundress, you would be good to go. I like this little infinity clip that I got. It works kind of like a claw clip. It's just a little easier to insert this right under those wefts, and then the little teeth here will really give it a nice secure fit. So what I like to do is kind of draw back off of the sides here. Make sure you leave ample hair down to cover all the wefting and the wig cap. And then secure this as close to the crown as you can get by pushing it in, securing it, and then making your adjustments to be sure that it's straight. Thanks for joining me today. This has been a review of the Harper by Henry Margu in 614 GR. Be sure in a few days here to check out how to reduce the shine on your synthetic wigs. We're going to be using Harper to demonstrate.